So my name's Detox. This is the NorCal Direct Presents podcast. And we're joined here by Gina Valentina.
Hey,
how you doing?
Girl, Gina Valentina, the sexiest Latina.
For real. And the planet. God damn it. Like Pornhub, like one of the highest ranked in the fucking planet.
You know.
I was telling Rachel over here.
Low key.
Yeah, no, I was thinking about that. Like, so when you first start doing porn, like, it would just be like teen Latina and shit like that. So do you remember when it switched from being just like Latina girl to like
Gina Valentina?
That was big.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy because I'm two different people from when I started porn and today. When I first started porn, I was just a Latina girl with tattoos all over. And it's so funny because everybody would be like, man, you look good and you can make it, but those tattoos. And I was like, really? And in my head, I was like, wow, like, that's kind of superficial, like, you know? And so I had this mindset where I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to suck dick. I'm going to suck the best dick. Like, I'm going to do it right.
Yes.
So I kind of got, I guess, carried away. And then I just kept on going and going. And people really liked me. They liked me on set, off camera, on camera. And, like, you know, Gina Valentina just became who she is today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's crazy because, like, from a girl like that, people were like, "Oh, you're tatted. You might make it, you might not." They like seriously, people were telling me that, but it's whatever. It's not even a big deal now. But to Penthouse Pet of the Year, to Vixen Angel, Spiegler Girl, AVN nominations, it's insane. Oh, fucking shooting for Kanye West.
Yeah.
Like a whole bunch of shit. Like fucking everything I've done. It's insane. Like I've really kind of like pushed myself. Even low key celebrities know who I am, and I'm like.
Yeah,
really?
You're kind of a big fucking deal.
And I'm like over here, I'm just regular.
So when you come to San Francisco, you come to the Crazyhorse. What, you already said you like it up here.
Oh, yeah. I love it up here.
What do you like about the Crazyhorse? Pretty much this room right here?
I mean, I haven't seen this at any strip club, so I'm going to say, hands down. I mean, like, Smoker Club right here. Hey, pull up, everybody. Crazyhorse.
Yes, come check with us.
But yeah, I mean, the girls are super sweet. I really do appreciate the girls, and that's important for me because before porn, I was a stripper, which is surprising. Well, not really surprising, but surprising. But yeah, so the girls are really sweet here. Everybody that works here have been super cool. I like that. I like how it's like kind of like a small like family type of thing going on here. I appreciate that.
Yeah, because it can be cold. And
I mean, come on, let's be real. Exactly. Like, strip clubs ain't nice, bitch.
Yeah, bitches just
I remember
your
I used to
money
work
and
at a big strip club, and these bitches look at me like I'm crazy, or like, I don't know, I was young, like, I was super young. So
doing some cold-blooded shit,
and these are grown women looking at me, I was like, I don't know about this. So, yeah, I think it's, like, the people here that I really like, and, like, the fans coming out. You know? I really appreciate that, so.
Yeah, people were excited.
Yeah, I mean... I'm surprised. Like, I was just telling him earlier, I was like, I always hope, like, the first date's a little slow. Just so I could get comfortable, because I don't want to be put on the spot, like, the spotlight. But obviously.
For sure.
I can't. So, yeah, it's crazy. A lot of the fans are super excited, and, you know, they're nervous, and they're so happy, and, like, this is... They've been waiting for this day, and they're telling me this, like, oh, my God, and I'm just like, ah.
And it's, like, trying to test the boundaries and shit, like, not knowing.
Yeah, and I'm really friendly with my fans. I'm going to be real with you. Like, I'm, like, maybe a little too friendly. I don't really care. Like, I'm a regular person, so, like, I want them to have, like, a great experience here. Like, you know, they're not just here just to meet me. They're here. I want them to get to know me, or, like, you know, be like, wow, she's super nice. Like, just... leave them with an impression that they go home and they're happy. You know, and that's really important for me because that makes me go home and think about like, wow, like I affected people's lives in a good way.
Yeah,
like
for sure. You really touched them while they're touching themselves.
That was deep. That was deep.
Hey, that actually reminds me of a bit that we always do when Rachel's here. It's called Rachel's Boobs.
Oh, what is
she's gonna tell you about how it goes.
Oh,
I'm like boobs.
Yeah,
What
just
about boobs?
Rachel's boobs, and I like to have my breasts touched. I have really big breasts.
I can tell.
Yeah, and it's just if you want to touch my boobs, you can touch my boobs. If you don't,
Yeah, we just gently ask if you want to squeeze her boobs.
I like it. I just feel my face right here.
You know,
It's really
I just
nice,
wanna put
guys.
it out there.
It's
if
really
you
nice.
Wanted to come
It's
to feel.
By the way, everybody, her titties are very nice to lay your head on. Like if you have
Gina
a boyfriend, do you have a
Valentina
boyfriend?
on her titties.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? He's so lucky.
Yeah, he is.
I would love to cuddle with you.
So Rachel, how does it feel to have Gina Valentina on your
That
titties?
felt great.
I'm like cuddler. I'm
like,
I'm not that person where I'd be like, yeah, give me your titties. I'm like, oh, titties.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, that
I love
was
it.
a very.
I'm not having kids ever, but I'm very maternal though.
Aw,
So it was like
she's
nice.
like-
It was
she's
like,
like,
oh,
oh,
it's just my
little baby, my little baby.
Yeah,
Happy with titties.
Yeah.
yeah, titties. Those are some big tits too.
I love how excited you are. He's like, yeah, man, big tits.
This is an exciting day.
He's so excited.
We were just talking about people getting too stoned to like show,
yeah,
to emote.
Yeah,
I've done a couple like shows, like stoner podcast type of stuff, and they never let me smoke too much. They never let me smoke too much because they're afraid that I'm gonna get too high. I'm like, listen, guys, I've been smoking since I was like 12. Lots of weed. I'm sure you cannot get me. I'm talking about like dabs, blunts, and other, other stuff. But dabs and blunts, and I'm straight. Like I'm pretty cool.
We got Dan over here has dabs. Do you still have your dab stuff out? Or
We got a Puffco over here.
Oh, you got Puffco?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hidden.
P's turned into oh no, you were gonna do that.
Turn into
Rachel was thinking of turning the Puffco into a sex toy. Maybe Gina can sponsor
I was
that.
just saying it was really cute.
What do you mean? How would you turn it into a sex toy? I'm looking at it.
I
I'm
don't know. I was just saying it was cute. It looked like a travel sex toy.
She was like,
Yeah.
it was like
Pretty much all pipes are phallic,
Yeah, I was like, I mean,
Yeah.
if you really think about it, you know how they make glass dildos?
Yeah.
They're probably the same people who make glass bombs.
Glass, exactly.
So,
It's a racket.
that makes sense.
what if someone made like
Yeah.
a penis shaped
That's what I would think would be
Puffco?
cool if you could like
That's
smoke
retarded.
it while like put it in the
Yo,
pussy and
but like it
smoke
has to vibrate. Like you know how it
yeah, how
vibrates?
could you figure
You're saying like
that
a sleeve.
out to like
That
put
like just
something
fit right
inside
over
you
it.
and then have somebody be able to
Bang,
take a-
silicone, China, they'll have that thing. You could probably have it made, shout out to me. Just remember me in the game, when you blow the fuck up just because of your dildo. I'll be in the porn now looking at it like, God damn it, that's that
Fucking bitch! You took
fucking
my
Gina
deal.
Valentina.
Never again am I talking about shit I want to
Too
do.
nice with my ideas.
Hey, that's happened to me, man. I had an idea about getting two front girls done. Only because I had like a terrible overbite when I was a kid, like terrible. Like I mean, I had no friends. People looked at me like
That sounds like an underbite.
it was an overbite. It was bad.
Who has the friends now? You know what I'm saying?
And you have no idea. You have no
Exactly,
idea.
yeah,
I
they
get
are.
so many messages like, "Hey, you remember me?" And I'm like, "I remember." I'm like, "No idea. I have no idea who you are." But it's crazy. So I told my homegirl, I was like, "Man, I want to get like gold with diamonds." So like all these people laughed at me like, "Look at me shining." But she took the idea like a bitch. So now I don't want to do that. But yeah, don't tell your ideas to people.
Yeah, you gotta keep them to yourself.
Never
I
again.
have too many good ideas.
Trust. I know. For example,
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you.
he's going home like writing ideas like $1 million ideas.
So, Gina Valentina is dope as fuck, but what you guys don't realize is the reason I think she's doper than every other fucking porn star on the planet.
He just saying that 'cause I'm here. But
No,
okay,
no,
continue.
this is true. This is true. This is true. I say this to everybody, but this time I really mean it.
Oh, you fucking asshole.
He's
He's like, I mean it this time. He says that the next
You guys
time.
are gonna know-
I mean it this time.
You guys are gonna know why. You're gonna know why.
That's
Because
like a pimp move right
when
there.
listen, Rachel, you're gonna understand. Watch, you're gonna understand.
Normally I'd be lying.
When I first met Gina Valentina, real talk, I said, "Hey, do you smoke blunts?"
She said backwoods.
She said, "Not really. I smoke backwoods."
Only backwoods.
I smoked backwoods, and my heart melted. Like
Everybody say,
all the back, because I'm in love with backwoods at the same time. I have a relationship with backwoods, and we were talking about it. I've been Warhol's been giving me a hard time because I've been really pissed at backwoods lately.
I feel it. Me too. I have a relationship.
The quality has gone down quite a bit.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I think one of their crops got really bad, because I remember there was like posts talking about like mold or something in the tobacco leaves. So I think there was like a shortage.
Yeah.
And that should get like, it was bad. I was like,
and
it
like
was bad.
Up here, what they did is in the cities they voted where they can't sell them. They can't sell the flavored ones.
Wait, what?
They can't sell the flavored backwoods anymore.
They don't sell the flavored backwoods.
What do you mean
they don't
flavored
smell
backwoods?
Just the brown pack only.
What?
Yeah,
Where'd you
trash.
get this one?
Because I got it outside the city. I live south of the city, just in the city boundary. Yeah, or Newport cigarettes. No mentholated anything.
There's no winning, pimping, or running.
See what I'm saying? Going a little too far, right? Going a little too far.
Yeah.
A little too far.
My mouth
It
is
is
just like.
It's racist.
Right.
It's racist.
You want to light that?
As fuck. It is. That's what I said too.
You know what's
Yeah,
interesting
it
about
is racist because you know what I mean. Who's smoking them? You know.
It must be really bad. I mean, I think your people out here are like really conservative or like PC when we talk about earlier.
Progressive, overly progressive, but PC.
Because I'm just like over here
PC,
like.
but PC.
There's white fucking liberals.
Yeah, we gotta be careful.
Like, what
If
do
anything,
they call
we
themselves?
lean progressive, safely, but gingerly.
Centrists. They're the centrists. They're
Yeah.
They're those white liberals that like to act like they're progressive and like they want change and to empower minorities, but really they don't want to do anything that jeopardizes their rung in the status quo.
Yeah. So when they go to the ballots and it says get rid of this cigarettes, and shit, they're like, yeah, no. But they made it look like that, and then but all the people on the streets were like, no, they're not gonna take her backwoods. No, they can't. And then what happened? They can't do it to us. No. And then they did.
They didn't believe it.
Hey, straight up, like in the hood, at the hood smoke shops. I went to my boy, and it was like all legal. Nobody had them, and he had bricks of them on the wall. You know, he's like, "What's up, brother? Oh yeah, what do you want? $5.99." He was selling them cheap too.
I bet.
So sick.
You know what? I think I'm not talking shit. I love San Francisco. Don't get me wrong, but I think it's just the people that live here. Like, they're super progressive. They're like, everybody's like, I'm not. Like, this is like, isn't it the city of like Google and all that shit or some shit?
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Right nearby.
Yeah, so I feel like
the
people are just like, you know, nose up, pinkies up, like, no, we're better than this, you know?
Yeah.
They
Like
want-
our comedy show.
Yeah.
So like our comedy show, a lot of comedy places they have rules because of the owners. They're PC about certain things or they're sensitive to certain things. You know, that just exists depending on what city you're in.
Yeah.
If you're in San Jose, it's different from Oakland compared to the city.
Yo,
Yeah, but
Miami's
they
ratchet.
have it. I think they have it a lot more here. They're more sensitive here in San Francisco and more sensitive in Seattle, Washington, as far as the comedy scene goes, than they are in places like New York.
Yeah.
Like New York, they explicitly say,
Okay,
like
fuck.
in a lot of comedy clubs, that you're entering like at your own risk and anything goes on stage.
I think that should be, I mean,
which
like,
is kind of, it's nice.
that's what comedy should be.
Yeah.
I mean, comedy was like, when I was younger, which was super vulgar, like Dave Chappelle, like all these people, like the most racist jokes,
So-
and, like talking about crackheads and all this stuff. And like nowadays, they're like, no, you can't make jokes about gays. You can't say this. You can't say that. Which blows my mind. Like, comedy's supposed to be like just say whatever the fuck. Like, is a point that's like, okay, I respect this, but we're gonna make fun of it.
Yeah, to be smart about it, but push boundaries.
Yeah,
So that's been as far as the mic goes, we've always said it's like no holds barred. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say.
Got it.
Jokes like that are allowed. But yeah, and I ran into Dave Chappelle at Punchline one time, and I told him that shit, like basically exactly what you said. And he was like, "Oh, he dug it." You know, he lied to me and told me he would come, but he might.
He might come.
He might. He'll come.
Yo, celebrities do that, man.
I'm just playing. He's definitely coming. He knows how much I love him. You know who else?
He knows I love him. Like, I hope he sees this. I love you, Dave Chappelle.
Super fair. Hey, we're sponsored. Gina Valentina said,
I love you.
she'll come here if you come here, Dave.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah, I mean-
for sure.
She'll come twice. All you gotta do is come once. You know? Yeah, but that was cool. I love Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I love him too. Actually, I think I watched his last stand-up that he did. He was talking about Key and Peele, how they took his spot, and I was like, yo, and I love those guys. Like they're literally kind of replaced him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're dope though.
I think they're pretty much the only comedians I see that really pushing it. And like, what's the guy that directed Get Out? Was it Get Out? And he's doing Us. His fucking mind, insane.
Yeah.
I love it. It's fucked up.
It's just
I love it.
Monkey Paw Productions, his production company, you could just submit a script.
Oh,
The whole page is just submit a script.
Wow, I believe it. You know what? Because I have like times where like, especially stoners, I think you guys understand. You guys are sitting with friends, you guys are talking shit, and then you guys talk about a story, and then it goes on. You're like,
hella
it's
ideas,
hilarious.
stories and
Yeah,
shit.
you're like in your head like making up
For
a whole
real.
story. That's awesome, and then like you can actually make it into something, you know, like a skit or whatever the fuck you want to do.
That's how like comedy happens.
That's
what I think.
Talking about,
Exactly.
like,
That's what I imagine Jordan Peele does.
Yeah.
You know, like he's just there high as fuck with his friends, just like.
You ever see the movie Keanu about the cat? The little cat, it gets away. It's like one of my favorite movies, dude. So good. I took one of the scenes out of that movie where they go to a strip club, and I put it in, and I made it like the sweet spot up here because they like go to the back of the sweet spot, and they're trying to act all hard and stuff. It's hella funny, but yeah, you gotta watch that
I'm
movie.
like, I would have laughed.
Guaranteed.
exactly.
Shout out, just remember me when you watch
She's
it.
like the cat that went to the strip club.
There's a wandering cat. They take
It's their feature film.
Okay, I see it. Yeah. Sorry, I got
Key
too
and Peele.
excited. I'm like, oh yeah, that movie.
As my attorney, Warhol will speak on my behalf for a second.
I'm kind of doing a thing right now.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Warhol Kaufman. He's another part of the team here. He's a comic locally.
Good looks.
He's got the camera here.
Bring the mics and making it happen.
What else? You got any like events or things coming up? Big projects?
I keep seeing.
Oh, Kanye. You know what's really interesting meeting Kanye? He was hosting and organizing, coordinating the Pornhub Awards, which was like the first awards they ever done ever. And then Pornhub's like the biggest tube site. Yeah. You know, like AVN's pretty big, but they're like old school, like they've been around forever.
Yeah.
There you go. I mean,
All day,
I
every
wouldn't
day.
be here without any of you guys, or like,
Yo, can I talk about one of your movies?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yo, so guys, listen up. I did a little research. I've been really busy lately, so I haven't had a lot of time.
I'm just doing.
I couldn't. I didn't have time to watch the entire film. You know, I had to cut it short. You know what I mean? But no, there's one I thought it was crazy as fuck, and I appreciate crazy as fuck because I'm crazy too. But there was one where she's sitting in this guy's car, and she's the daughter and it's the dad, and he had caught her sucking someone's dick, right? Right, so he's like, oh, I saw you. You're sucking someone's dick, and she's like, he was just sucking his dick. I wasn't fucking him.
One?
Yeah, and then the dad takes her. Is it cool to talk about this one?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the most gangster porno of all time.
Oh, God.
And then
I know exactly what scene he's talking
so
about.
look, so then listen, then the dad goes, you need to be trained. So the dad takes her, Gina, to a slut trainer. So her dad brings her to a slut trainer, and it's this hillbilly ass, like, porn star dude, hillbilly ass, fucking goatee ass dude.
I love him too.
Fucking funny ass dude. And he fucking breaks her in, right? And the dad,
Trained your mother.
the dad is sitting right there watching and shit. And yeah, that's what he said. He goes, so basically the trainer trains her just like he had trained the mom. You know, so he had trained her mom first. Trained her mom first, then had the baby girl. The baby girl is over here sucking cock. Now he's going to go perved ass, take her over there, beat off, and watch.
I love it. Actually, it's so funny. There's a fan art did that scene, which was super funny. That's Charles Dara.
Shout out to Charles Dara.
And he did the whole script. He did that all. I love that guy because he is a little crazy, and I just love the creepiness of it.
Yeah.
It's wrong, but I love it. I was like,
Exactly.
it's fun. I don't know what's wrong with me, but something's wrong with me, and it was creepy, and I was like, oh, I like it.
Exactly.
And the mustache really did it for me.
So wrong.
Okay, so this is the fan
It was
art.
right.
This is so funny. So yeah, it was. So he has this alternate character. So there's Charles. What's the other guy? He has like two personalities. So there's Charles, and then there's this guy.
Yeah.
This guy's nuts. So he puts this whole other persona, which is like some pervy, like straight up, like almost redneck, but like straight American, like. Yeah. And he's just pervy, like just fucked up, like fucking people's daughters, wives, all this shit, like in weird situations. Like he's a priest in one.
Yeah.
Like he's like a priest in the closet, like jacking off like to these girls, like like teaching them, like praying for them.
Yeah.
And
like there's all kind of creepy. Like Blacked is a thing. Blacked. You know what I mean? The Blacked is a good one. That's like top notch, right? That's one of the
Blacked
bigger.
is pretty popular. I'm good friends with a lot of rappers, like really high out, like up there people, and like it surprised me because they watch fucking a lot of it.
Everybody watches porn.
Here.
Yeah.
This is the fan. I don't know which camera to show, but this is the fan art from that one scene he was talking about.
Right on. What's the?
From Japan.
I don't know. I think this guy just did that, but it's funny because he has like a little cock, like a little rooster.
Nice.
He's like, it's cool. It's a little comic right there. It's kind of cool.
It's got a little cock, huh? Yeah.
It's like a manga.
Yeah, like hentai manga, like
There's a lot of awesome Japanese art.
Oh, you know what's, okay, so funny story.
Like Namio Harukawa.
First porn I ever watched, or I started watching, was hentai.
Nice.
I still watch hentai.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Shout out to
In
hentai.
industry, I can't really watch people I know.
Yeah.
Because it's weird. It's weird because I know them. It's not.
You know them personally.
Yeah, it's not as like it's a fantasy.
Yeah.
You know, I need a stranger.
For sure, I get it.
Cartoons is the way to go, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If because your niche is kind of like Latina superstar, right? It's just like
Yeah.
Well, if you like, do you have any kind of like taboo niches that you kind of went through or that you're part of?
Yeah, BDSM. I did a lot of BDSM in the beginning, like lots of fetish. That was something I was really curious about. When I first got in the industry, I really wanted to experiment, discover my sexuality, and that was like a dark part of me that was like, oh, I want to see like how far they can push me.
Yeah.
And, that was being 18, and it was in San Francisco. The kink, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, the huge fucking
the
armory. Yeah, the armory, and I can't.
Shout out to the armory.
Yo, when that shit was open, that shit was crazy, man. It's not open no more. They don't shoot any movies there, but it's crazy. So they would fly me out, and I stayed there for 2-3 days, and they had this show where they sold tickets to regular people in the fetish community of BDSM. So they pay for a ticket. They do a huge dinner for them in the armory. Beautiful, everything's just so on point. And then we come out. I'm 18 years old. There's Ramon Noir and Monica Wales, and they're fucking professionals. This is the first time being in the army, and it's kind of insane for me. They're like, look, this is pretty much what's gonna go. What gave me a list. Check what's okay. Tell me what's not okay. And I just checked off the list, and I was like, I don't even know what I put over there. It was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. It was weird, but it was cool. We did so much. I mean, they put me so there was dinner going on, and they got the guests, and they started making me masturbate the guests with Hitachis, but I
That's
had
a
weights.
good way to welcome the guests,
I
right?
had weights on my body, so I had to keep my body up while masturbating them.
Yeah.
And I had to make them come. If I didn't make them come, then I just started getting punished, and it was just there's so much going on, and I was just whoa, it's intense, but it's weird because I got a high off of it for sure. It was just a weird high, and I was it was kind of addicting. I got waterboarded.
Damn.
Yeah, that was insane. I asked for it too. I was like, hey, can you drown me?
Yeah.
Can you put me in a position where maybe I feel like I'm dying?
Yeah.
But it was but it's a safe
Waterboarding.
place.
There's a couple girls have talked about that, how they like being waterboarded.
I mean, I just wanted to try it. It was like a fantasy of mine. I wanted to see what happened. I was curious, so I did it. So why not? I know I'm in a safe place.
It makes me wonder about these prisoners over here complaining about getting waterboarded. You know?
Really?
Before she did it.
Beautiful women like Gina over here wanted to try it on her own.
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
I think people think it's a little crazy when, like, I say it so, like, nonchalant. Like, you know, just ask somebody waterboard and be like, but it was so insane because, like, every time, like, somebody, after I got, like, either I was chained up to a board and they put, like, hot wax on me and then, like, made me come and then start whipping me and then, like, I was coming and then, like, it was like a give and take. They would, like, take and then give. And it was like that thing. And I just love the guys. Afterwards, I just got up and I hugged. I was like, thank you. And I'm, like, having tears on my face. I'm like, it's so weird. It's such a weird thing.
When was this? Because I got invited to a couple of those and I turned them down. I was like, yeah.
It's definitely an experience.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
If I'd have known, you know what I mean? They should tell you, Gina Valentina's going to be there.
Well, I was not Gina Valentina at the time.
Oh, really? Yeah. What was your first name back then? Did you have a first, fake name?
I was still, like, just another girl. I was just, like, I wasn't Gina Valentina. I wasn't popular.
2014?
2014, 15.
Yeah. That's when Ernest started following you.
Ernest knows everything.
Yeah. Ernest is our resident porn specialist. Ernest, you got any questions for Gina Valentina?
So you worked with Kanye? What was the thing you were? Was it a music video or?
Well, it was for the Pornhub Awards, and so Pornhub offered him to take the responsibility of coordinating Pornhub Awards, and like he was like kind of not gonna do it. He literally took it like 2 days before the awards and took over the whole show. So we went in there. I was one of the how do you say announcers. Okay. People that gave an award out.
Host. Or, Presenters.
Sorry. I was a presenter, and so he had all the presenters wear Yeezy. Yeah, so he had them come the day before, and they literally brought fabric and was just like his team of people like just putting fabric on them and like taking pictures and like pinning it up and like sending it to him and like, does this work? Okay. Next day, a room full of people, makeup artists, Kanye's there, his whole team. They're sewing clothes. They're making it right in front of him. He's getting the girls in there. He's like watching them. He's like, okay, get undressed. Put this on. I don't like your ass in that. Change it. He said that to a girl. Like,
that's lit.
He's seen this girl where he's like, no, her ass doesn't look good in that. And told her to take it off. And then gave it to me. And I was like, I feel so bad. So he's...
That'd be funny if he said it in auto-tune.
Huh?
If he said it in auto-tune, like, your ass is too fat. Like, in auto-tune.
And it's crazy because everybody thinks he's an asshole, but I really think that he changed as a person after having kids because when I was there, like... He came up to me and like he talked to me. I didn't come up to him. He's like, oh, like he came up to me. He's like, oh, that looks good, like complimenting me and like if I walked by him and if I asked him something, he literally would stop and pay attention. Like,
nice.
He didn't ignore me. He was very you could see those little things when someone was paying attention. So like he was looking into your eyes, making sure he listened. I think a lot of the girls were intimidated, and I'm good friends with Abella Danger. And she works for Yeezy a lot. She just did the Z magazine, the magazine, Yeezy magazine. She models for him, like a whole bunch of shit.
Nice.
And she's obsessed with Kanye.
Nice.
So she was kind of my friend that kind of pushed me to like talk to him and like, cause like the girls like intimidated. It's fucking Kanye. So honestly, I think it was me and Abella who were the only girls that was like, after the show, like, came up to him and was like, yo, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. Nice. Shook his hand, and I really did. And he was like, he really appreciated that. And he was like, no, thank you. Like, I appreciate you coming up here and, like, saying that. And it was really nice. He hired me a couple other times to model for him in Chicago. And he's a respectable guy.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Another porn question?
Yeah, I'm good.
Anything, Rachel?
What?
You got anything? I got this. Okay, this is the one we always do. We ask all the girls if you could give a review of your sex toy that you bring with you on the road.
A review of a sex toy?
Yeah, and like why you like to maybe fuck it or whatever.
You know what sucks? I don't bring sex toys on the road.
What?
Yeah, I'm not that girl.
That means.
Good old hands right here.
Oh, see, there's always someone there. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
Universal.
I haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, exactly. Like the last time I did it, it's always out of desperation too. Because I forgot
like, I have
my
nothing.
vibrator. I don't leave home without my vibrator.
Wow.
Like
a lot of my
I
friends.
used to carry it like in my purse and just have it with me in my purse.
That's crazy.
And shit. Yeah.
The thing is, when I was younger, I was like my whole life, I was like seriously masturbating. Like it was like a serious problem.
Yeah.
Like it was bad. It was like it would just have urges. I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Like my friends are over at my house, but I gotta take care of this. Or even my family's house. Fuck, it was terrible. So yeah, I had like a serious problem masturbating when I was younger. So like when I obviously started using toys, that was even worse.
Yeah.
Like I would literally be in bed for hours.
Yeah.
Hours. I'm talking about the sun was up and now it's gone. Like it was bad. So I was like, I literally threw away my toys because I was like, I couldn't feel my pussy no more. It was a sad day.
Yeah, I feel it. If I want to be productive, I can't like start masturbating in the morning.
I'll just give myself like a 5-second break. I'm like, okay, go. Okay, stop. Okay, I need smoke. Okay, go.
I can get in a vicious, just a cycle, like.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of my girlfriends, they carry toys and they're super into it. I just can't.
We've had a lot of Hitachis. Hitachi's like the most popular one.
Up, man.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm sorry.
One
I love
girl-
Hitachis, but they're bad. They're addicting.
One girl brought her girlfriend on the road as her sex toy.
Oh, that's cute.
That was
Well, I never had a sex toy until I was in like my late 20s, either.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I think I was 18. I was obviously, because I got in porn, and they're like, you gotta go get toys. I'm like, toys? Like, what toys? And they're like, toys. And I was like, okay. We went there, and there was like butt plugs and vibrators and dildos. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know what any of this is. They look cute, though.
Butt plugs and whatnot. We're all most of us are comics. We do comedy. We have the comedy show on the 23rd on Saturday. So it's going to be a good time. And do you have any good favorite comic or comedy? Comedy movie
actually,
or something?
I love comedy, and I love that you guys love comedy too. Like, I always said, and this has been during and before porn, I always wanted to get into comedy. Mm-hmm. And if I ever left the industry, I would want to become like a stand-up comedian or like do comedy.
You want to do a set on Saturday? You're welcome, yeah.
Maybe I could.
Hey,
maybe.
please do. We had another girl did it I think one time. Yeah. You could do it just because you're a good speaker.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think if you could speak and talk, if you have charisma.
You don't vote.
You don't vote. None of us voted.
He's lying. He does not want to be on the grid. Look.
You know what's crazy? That's pretty, like, I think no one in my generation voted. Like, I was in a room of my friends, and I was in a room with, like, 6-7 people, and no one voted. I was like, we are fucked, guys.
Everybody's disillusioned.
It's so shitty. I'm going to be honest with you. You know what the problem is? I'm going to get super political for a second.
Let's
you know
go.
what the problem is that there's this whole generation, my generation, and maybe a little bit older, don't believe in the voting system because it's corrupted, yeah? Mm-hmm. The reason why is because no one's fucking voting, and they got to fucking do something or put votes in or, like, pretty much choose for the people because that's in our rights. We have the right to vote. Yeah. If we don't vote, then who's going to make the choices? Honestly, the people that are in office and they're running and they actually know what they're doing. A lot of people don't want to be on the grid, but sadly, you're already in the grid because you were born in the U.S., meaning you're a piece of property to the U.S., and that's a fact. That's your Social Security. Like, so you can hide and try to think you're not on the fucking radar, but you are, so might as well do something about it. You heard? But I mean, that whole thing is it's serious. So maybe out of this, you guys get all the laughs, but something serious. Go vote, guys.
Yeah.
Please, because I didn't vote either.
I heard one.
Rock the vote.
I heard on like Larry Dorsey. He was on Street Soldiers or something, and they were saying how the same thing. Like these guys were all saying that they're asking people to call and say if they voted, and everybody said most people said no. Right? But then somebody said the only because what they're complaining about is their vote doesn't count. One guy was like, if we could have proof that my vote actually counted and all that shit, he would do it. But if you don't vote, you'll never get that shit. You'll never even get an improvement on that shit. You know what I mean?
You just got to think about it. They got to replace those votes.
Yeah.
And they're going to make a general, like vote. So they're going to probably be in the House, and usually how it goes. And they'll probably choose, like, okay, what does majority want in this room, and what does the majority of the state want?
Right.
Vote online.
And just
easily we could have the technology where we vote on the phone.
On the phone.
That would be dope because you can never hack.
It wouldn't be any less secure than the voting machines they have right now. Those shits are not secure at all. Oh my God, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna vote for Gina Valentina on the AVN Awards. So what could we vote for you on AVN?
Well, hold on.
Like what should Ernest be beating off to? Like put him on track. He watches it all, but give him the inside right now. He'll appreciate it.
Well, what do you like? Is something you're into? What are you into? Ass? Are you into
ass, booty, oil.
Like what you think? Girl.
Gagging.
Gagging. Lots of gagging. Saliva. Sloppy. Yeah? He's like shaking. He's like, yep.
All that's true. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I give a fantastic blowjob, as I've been told. Yeah, I mean, I got some credentials, man. Serious credentials. All right? So you guys could go check that out. I do the sloppiest, toppiest blowjobs.
Oh my God.
So
sorry, Ernest, but yeah, the sloppiest toppy. Which tape is that? Which file is your? Like we're all gonna go home.
everybody tonight's in the shoes like, what's sloppy toppy?
And we're like, damn, sloppiest toppy. Actually, listeners are gonna be watching the video. They're gonna pause our podcast. They can go to Pornhub. They're gonna type in Gina Valentina sloppy toppy. What would you say the best sloppy toppy movie was? Or film that's on Pornhub?
There's a couple. I'm gonna recommend some companies. Shout out to JuiceWRLD. Super dope.
JuiceWRLD.
What? JuiceWRLD. So yeah, JuiceWRLD. They got like really awesome scenes. They kind of I think they make it look really good. What else? Swallow Salon's pretty bomb. Just if you're looking for just head, Swallow Salon.
Just sloppy toppy, strictly.
And then who else? There's Elegant Angels. Also Evil Angels. So those are my top right now.
What was the last one you shot?
I just shot for Elegant Angels. I don't know if I'm saying it right.
And I keep seeing this clip of something with you and Bonnie Rotten.
Oh yeah, this browser. Okay, my bad. Browser, shout out browsers.
Tell us about that.
Yo, browsers be top. Let me just. I almost forgot. Hey, Mind Geek,
Tap in.
Browsers. Yeah, I did that scene. So it's crazy because Bonnie was one of the girls I admire. Before I got in the industry.
Because she was the tatted.
Yeah, she was tatted, the dark hair,
I know those nipples anywhere.
Yeah, man, no, exactly. And I was like, that's kind of badass. I like a badass chick.
Bonnie Ryan.
Yeah, she was, and then I got to work with her, and I was just like, damn, this is gonna be cool. I get to fuck Bonnie Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what I thought.
Oh,
What? Tell us. Tell us a tea.
The Shade Room.
The Shade Room. Yo, you told that to NorCal Direct Presents.
I'm spilling tea right now.
Yo, Gina Valentina, yo. Yo, when you talking about,
You know when I talk about this bitch, I'm gonna be real.
When you talking about, she ain't like what you thought she was. What was you really trying to say?
Yo, I was gonna say something really foul. I was gonna be like, that pussy whack. Nah, just kidding. She's cool. Her pussy tight.
She is cool.
No. She's cool. I really like her. She's super dope.
I never met her. I'm just kidding.
I listen. Yeah, listen. I'm a very sexual person, and I'm like a sensual person. So like, I get it. She's like super hardcore, and she just wants to fuck. But I'm like, it's kind of disappointing because I was like, damn, I didn't really get to fuck you. Like she was just like she was just too like
lit.
Too much.
Was she lit or was she
was
just pouting, like in charge, like too bossy?
Yeah, exactly. She was kind of like really controlling, like dominating me.
Yeah.
And didn't really give me a chance to fuck her, which is her style, right?
Yeah.
It's her thing. She just wants to be Bonnie, like tatted, raw chick, and I'm like, you know, the young girl, like kind of tatted, cute face, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was just like really dominating, like really hardcore, and like that's her thing, and I didn't even feel like I didn't get a chance to like really even like kiss her.
Yeah. No, I know.
Exactly. To meet somebody that you
So when I date you, I'm not gonna. When I date you, I'm not gonna be like overbearing like that because I'm gonna learn from stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be real chill. You know what I mean? I'll keep it on the chill. Like you gotta listen between the lines. You know, there's.
He's like taking notes.
You peg me, you're gonna be so good.
Oh my God.
Stop.
He's like, no, don't say
He
that.
thinks just because he just did it like last week, everybody's done it.
I mean, everybody's doing it.
You be
Stop
surprised.
I know. It's the one thing. The sweet spot. Sweet spot's getting sweeter up here.
Shit.
I
thought that was why they called it the sweet spot.
Besides that, I think Bonnie's super cool. She was awesome. She's super hot, and that scene was awesome. I mean, you've seen it, like gifts or whatever.
Yeah,
so it was popular, you know.
Yeah.
It was a really cool scene, and it was anal too. So
yeah,
like squirting, anal, girl.
Sick. Yeah. You look like you listen to cool music.
I do.
All right, what's in your playlist right now? New shit.
Yeah, new shit.
I got a few things. I always change like my vibe. You feel me? I'm like always in a different mood. So like I have Ski Mask, the Slump God. I fucks with him. I fucks with him. You feel me? He's from Florida. You feel me? That's from 305, Broward County. He's like, you know, he's from there. So that was really cool. I love XXX. You know, fun fact, low key. Ski Mask and Extension and Lil Pump and who else? Smoke Perp and all these guys were managed by a porn star. What? And this porn star is named Bruno Dickums. He got me in the industry as well. So he managed me when I was 18. I lived in his house. And that's when I started doing fetish because he's like all into like dom and fetish stuff. So he's not a good guy. This guy's
so this fool, he's pimping dudes and girls, like rappers and strippers, and
so the owner
all the kids out.
all of them. What you want to be?
Bruno Dickums, and he's also
Giving them all the Dickums.
He's also good friends with the owners of Rolling Loud.
Oh,
so,
shit.
Loud,
Shout out to Bruno Dickums.
Yeah, so that's how he got all these kids in the music industry because he was friends with them. And he also, like Young Simi, they used to do like small events or venues in Florida with all these Florida rappers. And he had this website called Groupie Lust. This was my first scene I ever shot, ever. This was the worst thing I ever experienced. This was throwback, yes. It was bad because I was very new. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I still didn't do porn. I was living at this guy's house. They were like, you know, you could shoot your first scene in for my company. I was like, cool. He's like, we're going to go on a party bus. We're going to go to downtown to this event. And it's going to be like Groupie Lust. You're going to be want to fuck these guys. Eddie Baker, homeboy, he's a rapper, West Coast. And you're going to just want to have sex with these guys, but we're going to fuck you. Okay, cool. So I go there. I'm drinking. You're not supposed to be drinking, I said, for your scene. So I was drinking.
Probably under 21, right?
Under 21. Yeah, under 21. Because I was nervous. And Matt Zingler and all these guys were there. This was before Rolling Loud. And they were just, like, they didn't even bring that shit up until then. So I was pretty lit. We were partying. We were on stage. They filmed us on stage with these rappers. We were cool, whatever. Fat Nick was there, Puya, all these guys. And then we get in the bus, and then, like, I guess it's, like, the after party, and, like, you know, it's kind of like the bang bus, but completely different. We're dancing. I'm kind of fucked up. I'm dancing, and then dicks come out. Then we're sucking dicks, and I'm like, oh, shit, like, this is really happening. Like, I never sucked dick in front of people. Like, there's a whole fucking bus of people. Yeah, and it's tight, man. It's tight. And it's hot, and I'm kind of lit, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, I'm having sex. Okay, now another guy brings his dick over. Now I'm getting fucked and sucking dick. And it was just like, I was like, fuck, like, I'm 18 years old. Like, goddamn, like, I don't know what I'm doing.
And they're filming the whole thing?
Filming the whole thing, like, it's crazy. Okay, now this comes to the end, and they pretend to throw us off the bus. They throw us off the bus. I'm butt-ass naked in fucking Miami on the street, late at night, drunk.
Damn.
And then they come back around and get us, and I'm like,
so they actually drove off to film?
So I'm butt-ass naked chasing the bus, like, trying to get the bus,
up.
and that's the end of the scene. You know how much I got paid for that? This is sad. This is sad. Bruno paid me $300 for my first porn scene.
Damn.
Insane. And then I left them within being 3 months in 3 months in the industry. Everybody's like that kind of like petty collab, like Chewy collab, like congrats.
Yeah. You're fucking huge now.
Yeah, like,
you won. Like, look at you.
And then I became huge, and now all those kids, like young Kid Trunks, like Slum, JuiceWRLD, all these kids, like even Trippie Redd, all these guys, like I know all of them.
Yeah.
And they, Lil Pump, all of them, I know all of them. And they all know Bruno, so it's crazy. Like, it's in a weird way, it's like, it's so like strange how shit comes up like that. Like, I was fucked up, but in a way it was a blessing because now I'm also involved like in the music industry. I fuck with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's like, it just intertwined, like, you know, like, it's cool, it's whatever, but it's weird. And then he became, I left, I think 2 months later, he became the manager for XXX and Slump God. And he started managing them, and that's when they started. He was 17 years old. They were both 17, 18 years old, I think a little younger. Hanging out at Bruno's house with a whole bunch of porn stars, drugs, bitches, parties, and these kids
Making
are living
tracks,
the life with, like, you know how insane that is? Because I was living in the house.
That's why those raps were dope, right?
Yeah, that's why X and them were like insane fucking kids, like fucking doing screamo and like doing all this crazy shit. Like they were living a fucking rock star life.
Because of that fool. That's
Bruno
crazy.
Is, like, there's videos of Bruno taking X to Disney.
Damn.
Like you know, he like people said like Bruno was kind of wanted him to be like his little
brother.
His like mini me or like that. That's like they're twins or like, you know, they acted almost alike.
Yeah.
And X admired that. It was so weird. And that's when all those allegations came out. Like, he beat up this girl and da-da-da. That was at Bruno's house. It's crazy.
Real.
All that shit went on. Like, it's crazy.
So that was like the center of all the...
No one knows that it was Bruno.
Really?
And now none of X's mom, his friends, none of those people fuck with Bruno. Because he really got this kid into, like, a bad, like, lifestyle.
So is he doing something else or just different artists?
Bruno?
Yeah.
Bruno's still doing the same thing he was doing.
Just different artists.
Pimping hoes, pimping, selling drugs, doing all that shit, you know?
Damn.
Miami Ratchet.
That's my new rap name. My new rap name is going to be Bruno.
Bruno!
Like Freeway, like Freeway Ricky, Rick Ross. Rick Ross is like, I'm going to be a Rick Ross.
Yeah, this is when X was like 17. He had like short hair. He didn't even have like the two like blonde and he was kid. Yeah. He was recording in his house. Yo, if I tell you some real shit right now, like I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit. Like these kids, like what I've heard, what they did at Bruno's house. Bruno never did that in the house when I was there. He just like beat girls up and like put them in cages and like
regular like mob boss shit.
Yeah, like you know, crazy. And then what I heard later on was, I guess after he started living with these kids, they started doing like brujeria. Like, they started doing that shit. And like these are facts. Like Wi-Fi, Funeral, and all these guys would say that. Even JuiceWRLD would say that shit. He was like, yeah, like Bruno was doing like they were doing some weird shit. Even X. Yeah, they were when
Florida has that, Louisiana has that shit.
Bro, crazy. I didn't know because when I was living there, like they wasn't doing that. And then I heard that, I was like, damn, that nigga's crazy.
That's that Everglades shit, like crazy witch doctor.
Yeah, they were getting supposedly they got some of the girls and did like some weird shit, like
like they can
sacrifice, throwing blood. Just
they dope them up somehow, so like they pass out and they're like knocked out, and then like do crazy shit. Maybe sacrifice. I don't know. But
well, that's what I heard, and the girls started tripping out. Like the girls are like some weird shit. I believe in that stuff. I live in Miami. I'm not gonna lie, like. I looked into that. I was like, ooh, like, what is this?
Yeah.
I don't play with nothing like that.
Yo, I'm a good witch. I'm a good. There's good and bad. There's good and bad.
Hey, I got a real Ouija board I bought from a garage sale because it was like such good condition. But then we researched it and it was like real. It's a real one from like hell a long time ago, like really old.
So you're scared.
So I'm scared. I'm not scared of it. I just like I put it. I put it like.
He's like, I'm not scared of it. Slide it away. Slide it to the side.
I put it like this one spot, kind of like by going to my room. So then like I started walking by it and seeing it, and I like for some reason knew not to touch that motherfucker. So I didn't move it for like 2 years. 2 years. I left this Ouija board in this one spot in the house, and then
it disappeared.
Not scared. And then when we moved,
Never scared.
I like put it in this one place, and I'm not. But I don't believe in ghosts and shit.
Really?
But
you're stupid.
But I'm
gonna call you stupid. Right now. If you don't believe
let me
in that
explain
shit,
it though. Let me explain it. I don't believe in it in general, but I believe in the ghost that I like. If it's something I believe in, I'll believe in it. So like. It's a couple ghosts I believe in. Is all I'm saying.
Ghosts, dead people fuck with me.
Yeah.
I believe it. I'm not.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I believe in mushrooms and DMT.
Does anybody have like really good ghost stories? Let's hear some ghost stories, guys. Dun, dun, dun.
Here, come up here.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Oh no, is that on? Okay, sit over here. Sit over here.
Pull up.
Hey.
This is Mac Daddy P.
I'm Mitch.
Hey, Mitch.
And we talked a few times on Twitter about it.
Oh shit!
What? Mac Daddy P going with the mother's maiden name out here? Yeah. I know him by Mac Daddy P. So, but yeah, he's an artist too.
Every other weekend.
Okay.
And then I got an album coming out pretty soon. And then one of the songs is pretty much written dedicated to you.
Hey.
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Oh shit! Do. Yeah, he wrote this entire song for you.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Am I tripping or
There's a lot.
There's a couple songs I can relate to her.
two songs? Two songs he wrote for you.
Six
He wrote for you. Yeah, my bad. So
Hell yeah! Oh shit! I'm an R&B singer. I don't really rap, by the way.
Man. I'm like, I don't know, I just write my emotions.
Yep,
I'm just poetic. You know?
Yeah.
Didn't know.
I'd be like up 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, just like, yo, gotta write this.
yeah, what did we ask him?
Yeah, what's up with the ghost story?
Shit. So, I think when I was hella young, I'd say about like 11 or 12, me and my family got kicked out of the house by one of the landlords that we were renting from in American Canyon, next to Napa Valley.
Scaring me already, bro.
Yeah, so basically,
I remember that anxiety.
I'm about to get to the scary part.
I hope my parents pay the rent.
That's not even the scary part. When he's on the street, that wasn't even scary.
Rent was high. Rent was. Sorry.
I moved to my grandparents' house in
Is Dan still
Vallejo.
here? I'm trying to get a dab.
Oh shit!
Come on, bro.
Dan, you come on up, Dan. Here, Dan.
Bring them titties over here.
Dan.
Bring them titties over here, girl.
I mean, if me and you don't work out, I might, you could date Dan too, probably. Yeah. Well, no.
No.
If it doesn't work out.
I'm just saying, if it doesn't work out with me and you, is all. That's what. We don't need to jump the gun,
But yeah. Wait, where the fuck was that? What happened? Oh yeah, so I
So the
moved.
ghost. So American Canyon, you're living out there. The ghost
and then,
moved in.
No. So my grandparents offered me and my family to stay at their old house that they still have in Vallejo, in the swamp side. I don't know if you know it.
Is that Mac Dre side or is that the E40 side?
Mac Dre.
Mac Dre side. Shout out to Mac Dre in the Crest.
Yeah.
Crest side.
Shit. So I moved to the swamp side for maybe a few months, and then basically,
Swamp monster.
You evicted
Oh,
a
gee.
ghost?
my
And
little
then-
sisters would be like seeing like a guy in a top hat in the bathroom watching
Watching what? You?
watching them like
Oh,
brush their
scary.
teeth, whatever.
I believe that, man.
And then
Yeah.
like
Did you see
she
it?
looks like Abraham Lincoln basically.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then I guess
Abraham
it followed
Lincoln,
us
man.
to American Canyon again because we found another place over there, like a year later. And then the guy with the top hat would be following us. And then like I would see like a fucking cloudy ass cloud, and then the rest of the sky and all around is like hella sunny. So
It was just dark. Half the sky was dark and the other sky was just sunny.
yeah,
Kind
basically.
of
Yeah.
creepy. Kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And then it was basically above my house.
Just dark cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one definitely, made my stomach turn a little. Anybody else got a story? Ernest?
All right, so my grandma died 2017. What year is it? 2019.
2019.
What year did you write this bit?
No, it's real. So she died, and my son, I have a son, right before she went, she in hospice, like I brought him to see her like on her dying bed and stuff. And then like the week after she died, or it was like maybe like a few days after she died, I was in Vegas, right? And then like I'm hanging out with my kid and like my baby mama, and we're in Vegas and we're just like watching TV, and then like my kid is like pointing. We're like, watching him, but like we're kind of watching TV too. And then he's pointing at at the bowl of fruit for like a banana or something, right? And then she's just pointing, and then we're just like, okay, we didn't really want to give him the banana because he didn't eat the other one. And then like as he was pointing at it, a banana just flew like right at him. Like it was just there's no way for it. Like it was weird. It was just like
Yeah,
imagine
you
it was
couldn't
here.
touch it.
Yeah, and he was just pointing at it too. And then like the banana just fell right there.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Hmm.
Did she pass away before then?
Yeah, right before.
Wow.
So it was right. It was just like it was like a few days. That's why I feel like when I went there, I brought her spirit. That's why like I sort of like.
I feel like when
And I remember
people-
her spirit being around for a long time.
I feel like when people pass away, I think I really do believe in the afterlife, and only because when I was a kid, like I'm not crazy. I'm crazy in a sexual way. I'm not like crazy, like when I was a kid, I was seeing a lot of things and like hearing voices in my head, and it was like things I couldn't explain. And I was like really like as a child, like that shouldn't be happening. There's no reason, and I'm not like having imaginary friends. I was like I was very angry as a little kid and very sad, and then like I was seeing things and going to sleep and hearing things like
Me
voices.
too.
It was crazy. So when little kids see things, like I do believe just because they're so untainted by the world, they're so open, and like something about people dying. Rest in peace, Phil Bailey. He's a male performer in the industry. He just passed
R.I.P.
away.
R.I.P.
He was in Mexico. He went to the Sexo Expo, and he fell off of 4-story stairs.
Damn.
I do believe in like how the afterlife works. I feel like dying of old age or natural causes is the way like your body. That's your time to go. But I feel like if you die in like an accident or like you're
Freak
in
accident.
shock, I feel like being even if old age, sometimes I think the spirit stays for a long time just to realize what's going on and to accept it and to see their life. And especially when people are in accidents like that, I feel like sometimes they're in such shock.
Yeah.
Like their spirit and the soul is such in
It's
shock
trapped.
that they're trying to understand like how they died and what just happened and like realizing that. And I feel like sometimes that's when the hauntings happen because they're so confused and conflicted with the fact that they're gone and they can't be with their loved ones. And that's why some people have experiences with like people, like family members and things passing away, and they're hearing things or seeing things move because that's a way of them trying to speak to you and be there. I think just the afterlife is like people are scared of it, but it's funny because like when you're born, they say like when you die, they say you see your light. Yeah. When you're born, you see light because you're fucking coming from the womb. It's dark in there. There's light. You just see the light. You see that light. It's getting bigger.
You start at the beginning.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this is like.
That's how it goes real life.
Look, I'm not book smart.
Me too.
I'm not. I never liked school.
Never read shit.
Because of the stuff they were teaching, and these are things like I learned from myself, or I learned from other people, or experience of my own or others, and. Death is a crazy thing, man. Like, I don't think people should be scared. I think when you go, like, you're supposed to be accepting and just be happy with the life you lived, and hopefully, if you want to come back, you come back. If you want to go, go.
Do you believe in reincarnation?
Oh, yeah. I so believe in a past life, and I so believe...
Yeah, past lives, yeah.
Yeah, man, there's sometimes, like, when you watch a movie or, like, you watch certain things, and you just feel so like in a weird connection to it, to that time or to that era or like to that like maybe a place. Yeah. I feel like maybe you're maybe you were there. Maybe you were there in a certain time in your life or stuff like that, and I resonate with that. Or like certain things as a child, like you wouldn't recognize.
You wouldn't remember, but you remember.
Yeah, the little kids start talking about certain things and they're not making sense, or like why are they afraid of certain people, or like why are they scared?
Why are people scared of spiders?
Whatever it is, maybe why do they have such a fear of a knife? Like people have such a fear of fires. Maybe they died in fire.
Or heights.
Oh yeah, maybe or whatever it is,
Yeah, they said some of that shit can be. Carried on, passed on from generations. Sure. Some of the PTSD scars and trauma scars.
Yeah, my whole family be like fucking. I wonder if some of that shit can be like passed down from like, cause I'm Puerto Rican.
I love how she says that. I smile only because my sisters are half Puerto Rican and I grew up with straight Puerto Rican. And I know, bitch.
Puerto Rico.
I know your cousins.
I know who you are.
So
you're Rachel now.
We're ancestors of Tainos and then also like the Yoruba, but there was so much trauma, like, and Christopher Columbus was just we're products of rape, and it's just like, can a whole people just be like traumatized from?
I feel like it just depends. I feel like some souls are from a completely different place. I think some people are from this world, and they could be from your ancestors. You could be your ancestors. You can't come from a family that has that. Yeah. But that's maybe your life course, and like this is the history that you had to live, and like so I just feel like everybody's so different, and like different souls have different reasonings and different places to go. If you feel I feel like if. There's something about your gut instinct that you really need to listen to. Because, like, an animal, that is your instinct. And it's insane because we always second-guess ourselves. And we always like, oh, you sure? But, like, no. Like
I firmly believe in that, too. Your gut instinct is usually your best, you know what I mean? And, like, when we do comedy, one thing I notice is your voice is the gut voice that you have, like, inside your head. Like, when someone falls, an old lady falls, and it looks really funny, that immediate, if you laugh at first, but you don't want to, that's funny. You know what I mean? Funny. Because it's your gut instinct, or like the shit you want to say, the little like smart ass shit that you say around your friends. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's the truth. You know? But yeah, we gotta wrap it up. It's getting late here. How do people get a hold of you, Gina, on social media?
Well, you guys can find me on the Instagram. I'm usually on there a lot. You guys can find out my whole life on there, and besides my sex life on Pornhub. Instagram is with a D-A, because the wasn't available. So D-A real Gina Valentina. And that's my Instagram, family friendly kind of, not really. And then Twitter is G Valentina XXX.
Twitter is where it's off the chain, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, and
Super.
private Snapchat. You feel me? Go on my Instagram, swipe up, check me out, subscribe. You feel
Tap
me?
in, Gina Valentina. Tap into her DMs. You know, Ernest Evangelista. How many times have you attempted to tap into her DMs?
I'm an OnlyFan.
Yeah, he's already an OnlyFan. Shit, what's up, OnlyFan? Real life experience here. How you feeling, Ernest?
Pretty good.
Hell yeah. All right. That's all the time we have tonight. Thank you so much for coming through, Gina.
Thank you for getting me high. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. We're going to smoke another one as soon as we cut this off.
And that's a wrap, everybody. Thank you.
We want to get high.
Good night.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Gina, Rachel, Ernest. We got Warhol, Dan, Mitch, everybody and their mom. Right on. Peace to your moms.
All right. Peace, peace.